Hello and welcome to Seen and Heard, an entertainment interview podcast where I sit down with actors, filmmakers, musicians, performers, creators of all kinds who make entertainment happen. Uh, I am Jim Hagan, and today I am joined by Stacy Stevenson. She is a voiceover actor, a stage actor, a theater volunteer, a writer. Listen, if you can imagine it, she's probably done it. If you'd like to be a guest on this show or you know someone whose story deserves to be heard, I would love to hear from you. You can reach me at podcastseenandheard@gmail.com, or you can find Seen and Heard on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcast. You'll find all of those links in the description, so please reach out. And if you enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, leave a review, share it with someone who loves the arts. All right, let's get into the conversation with Stacy Stevenson. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have already started.
I see that.
Okay. So you can see the timer. Okay, good.
I
See,
see the timer.
I'm still learning. It's all good. Stacy Stevenson. How do we know each other?
We know each other from your debut at the Ashtabula Art Center stage as Atticus Finch.
It's
Did I get
nice that
that
you.
right?
It's nice that you made that about me because
Yeah.
I'm here
Yes.
interviewing you.
Yeah.
We were in a production together in Ashtabula.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a.
Yeah.
That was a.
I was also in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes. That's how we met. In fact, I remember at the read through, we were in that room off to the or in the lobby, I guess, and everybody was sitting down, and I don't know anybody. And the first person to walk up to me and say, "Hey, are you was you?" Yeah, it was really weird, but it's
Well,
it
I
was,
will talk to a fence post, so
it was like
take
we
that
were
for what
already
you
friends.
will.
And it's like, this is weird. I don't know if I like this. So this is weird, but it was good.
Well,
That
you
was
were the
a
new guy, so it's a small community. Um, so we have to protect our own, but
no. That's good. That's good.
yeah.
So when I sent you a form and to
Mhm.
ask just questions or whatever, because, the people I talk to aren't famous, so I can't look them up on Wikipedia. So I ask, so I asked some
I
questions
tried, but
and you made me laugh when I had something like, what do you do? Like, what is your thing? And your answer was pretty much, yes. Uh,
Was it?
yeah. It's like you do everything, right? You're not just an actor, but you do
Yeah.
all the stage stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm a chronic volunteer, I think is the problem. But I've really gotten to enjoy doing the sound. Like, I like sitting in the booth and watching the production and hitting the buttons at the right time and getting the sound effects in the right place, and, like, it's very satisfying, so I've been doing that a little bit more.
Sure. And that kind of leads into the voiceover stuff. And I'm not going to say that when you told me that you were going to start doing voiceover, it surprised me, but it kind of did. Only because when I talk to people that do voiceover, they're like, oh, it's fancy stuff. You need to know the right people. And, they're doing all this fancy stuff. And not that
Yeah.
you're not doing that, but I just
Yeah.
can't imagine it's that easy to get into.
I think it's like anything else with the way the internet is now, that if you have any ambition at all or any, like, gumption, I guess would be the word, I don't know. If you're willing to try, then you can do it, because there's so many different places to go and audition and find work. So it was actually really a lot easier than I expected, and I'm sure there's different levels. Like, if I knew certain people in the industry, I would get on other casting lists or whatever. But it was really easy to go and just start auditioning for these audiobooks and build a portfolio. And then the work sort of just piled up. So, yeah.
So when you're doing a book, do you have to perform each character differently? Like, are you doing voices,
For
I
the
guess is
most
what I'm
part,
asking. And
yeah.
that's what
So
stopped me.
I yeah, it's like sitting in a box and doing a play by yourself, but that's really fun. So it depends. Some authors are looking for someone to just tell the story, but most of the time, I think they're looking for someone who can differentiate the voices of the characters, because they want the listeners to be able to know which character is speaking or whatever. Um, and I think, everybody sort of finds their niche. I belong to a group of narrators that are mostly in the UK, and they're really helpful, and we kind of trade information back and forth and help with accents and stuff, but I quickly found that, like, I do man voices pretty well. So so it comes in handy, but I just did a book that had, like, I don't even know how many characters I did, and they were all it was like a fantasy book, and there was, like, a Sasquatch and, an elf and, I don't know, a pixie, a dwarf, a dragon, like, they all worked in a library. It was fun. It was a really fun book. But, yeah,
That's
I did
crazy.
all the voices, and the narrator point of view was a guy. So, it took me a lot longer to do because I can only record for so long in a deeper range. So, yeah.
So do you do like all of one character's lines and then you record another
I
and then
don't I read
edit
it
it all together?
straight through.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I
I read
figured.
it straight through because I feel like that's how the story flows. I think there are people who definitely do it that way and record just one character, but, um,
That's
I
a lot more.
don't.
It seems like a lot more editing time.
Yeah, I think piecing it together, you would lose the flow of the story. So, like, if something
Right.
really intense is going on and you need the energy or what's happening and then you only record one character through that scene, and
But
it's
then
not written it's not written the same as a play, so the dialogue and the narration in between don't flow like a like a play would,
right.
but if you're also I mean, you do that if you're narrating a book with other people, so
Oh,
yeah, so, like, if it's a like a duet narration where, you're only narrating your chapters, from, like, the so, like, if I was the female main character, narrate from the female main character's chapters only, and only her lines, and then only her narration, and then it gets edited together, but
but that's by
that's
somebody else.
expensive. Yeah, that's expensive, so, most authors don't do that unless they're, like, really hitting it big.
My concern would be that if I'm doing 3 or 4 voices in a book by myself and
Mhm,
I give this one character this special voice that
mhm.
5 or 7 pages later when that character comes again, I'm gonna forget what voice I
Yeah.
gave them earlier. I
Yeah, I don't know I don't know where those voices live in my head, but they do. So, whether or
Alright.
not it's just like, these are all my personalities that now have a voice, I don't know. But typically, once I establish a character, I don't really have to think about it through the rest of the book. Um, I did lose a character's voice recently, but it was a heavily accented voice, and I was doing 2 different accents and, like, one was very British and one was very Hispanic, and the British kind of colonized the
Right.
Hispanic.
Right. 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 I hear that happens. Yeah.
And I did have to, like, go back and listen to a bunch of chapters and make sure I was, like, establishing it again, and so it can be difficult, but for the most part for me, once I create an accent and the author likes it or the voice or whatever, then it's just kinda there, and that's what it is for the rest of the book.
How many of these are you doing a month?
It depends. Right now I have 5 in production, and they
Wow.
have different deadlines. And some of them are sequels to books that I've already done, and the author wanted to, keep continuity with, like, a trilogy or whatever. I think I've produced and published 8, and I've got 5 in production, so it just depends, because I flip-flop between part-time and full-time, like, how much time I'm able to give it. Just game because of all the platforms out there that you can go to if you just wanna do audiobook narration, of all the major platforms where you can audition, you know, I think if you have a 10% return rate on your auditions, you're doing pretty good. Because there's a lot of voice actors out there right now. It's become a very popular thing to do, and it's easy to get started. So,
Okay.
um, yeah.
That is, I was just talking this along that line. I belong to a talent group as well, and but
Mhm,
I've been with them for about a year and a half, 2 years, and I haven't got a job with them yet. But I talked to the woman who runs it, and she
mhm,
tells me that an actor that submits is going to get one out of, I think she said 30.
yeah.
but to stay with her, she just wants you to make sure you at least apply for 1 out of, like, 15. So as long as I keep applying, she's not gonna drop me. And I
Yeah.
need to wait for that one person to decide that, the middle-aged guy with the beard and glasses
Yep.
is what they're looking for, and that
Yep.
hasn't happened yet.
It's a numbers game. When I first
Yeah.
started doing this, I was like I felt like it was beginner's luck, and I got the first audition I put in, and I was like, "Oh, well, okay, well, I guess this is my new thing." And I was off the bat, I was, like, pretty successful with getting auditions, and, but I think over the course of, from about November of last year to now, I think I've auditioned for probably 150, 160,
Wow.
um, books, and I'm at, like, what's 8 plus 5? I don't know. Um
Uh, as a math major, I'm gonna
13,
say 13.
13.
Yeah.
So 13, and I have a couple waiting, like, I have a couple authors who I've already done books for, and they want me to do the second one, and they're publishing them in the next couple months, so, like, around 10%. So,
That's pretty cool that you've got people asking you to do things, which means you've made a mark in the short time you've been doing it. That's incredible.
it's kind of crazy, like, you usually like, I have demos out there, and I've had 2 or 3 authors approach me to ask if I would do their book without me auditioning, and, um and again, I think it's all in how you label your demo, like, the keywords you use, whether they find it or not, and things like
Right.
that. So it's really again, I think the more obviously, the more time you put into it, the more you get out of it, and then there's the whole social media aspect that I reluctantly participate in because 'cause you're like,
Reluctant.
"Oh, post every day and you'll get more jobs," and it's like, yeah,
Have you gotten a
I
job through
don't know
that?
if I No.
No. Yeah.
I've met a lot of really great narrators.
Right, they're
And
they're
I've
telling you you
met a
did a
lot of
great job.
great authors too, like, that's the other thing is these authors have all been wonderful. They're so fun to work with. They're easy to work with. I've not had a bad experience with an author yet. So, it's been
Is it
really
the author that you're auditioning for, or is there a third party company?
usually yeah, so there's been a couple books because there's so much independent publishing going on,
Oh, right.
um,
Yeah.
that a lot of it is direct with the author, but I have worked with 2 or 3 publishing like, smaller publishing companies where the agent has, um, like, pulled the top 10 auditions from the listing and then sat down with the author to decide, and then I've dealt with the agent and the author together because ultimately, I want the author to be happy with what I'm doing with
With
their
their
book.
work, yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, wow, it's
It's a
just
whole new
incredible.
it's like a whole industry to learn.
Right, right, and you've picked it up pretty good, I guess.
I have
Not
a
bad.
yeah, I mean, I have a background in media, so we did a lot of audio production. When I was in college, I did radio dramas and did a lot of audio editing, and it hasn't really changed much, so, like, I use Audacity, and it's free, and that's what most people
Right.
use, so
It's funny, you just said you
yeah.
did a bunch of stuff, like you did radio plays and whatever. When we
Mhm.
first met, you would always tell me something new that like, something from your
Yeah,
past, and I'd be like, "Holy crap, you did that too? Oh, and you did that?
not a lot of
This, I'm learning, is something else that you have done." You've done so many things. It's incredible.
Yes,
You're
and I remain gainfully unemployed, so no.
well, this will pick up. You'll be you're
Yeah.
gonna be
No,
good.
this is great 'cause, I get to choose what I wanna do, like, I can choose the books I auditioned for, I can choose what I
Right.
decide to ultimately do, so it's been so much fun, yeah.
Okay, not for me because I'm never gonna do it. But if somebody brand new to voiceover and they don't know they don't know what to do. What's your
Mhm,
advice for somebody that's brand not obviously you've been doing it just what
mhm,
a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. So you're
mhm.
relatively new yourself. But if you had to start over again, what would you have done differently?
Hmm. I probably
Nothing.
would
It's perfect.
have yeah, I probably would have made sure I was starting off in a more soundproof space because, like,
Oh,
you can see I have soundproof panels, and I've created a pretty good booth, but it would have been great to start a little differently because and almost every voiceover person will say that they started in a closet with a blanket over their head because
right.
that's how you do it. Like, if you need to dampen sound, you go sit in the closet and you throw a blanket over your head, or you build a fort
Right.
and you do that.
It's to
Um,
deaden to
yeah,
deaden,
deaden the
the
sound. Yeah.
reverberations, yeah.
Yeah. Um, and in the summer, because 'cause I'm cooking in this booth right now, because I can't really run the air conditioner or it makes too much noise, um,
Oh,
like, I would love to have had a truly soundproof space to start with, because it affects everything. Like, you can have a crappy mic and a great soundproof space and make a pretty good sounding audio, like, but if you don't have that soundproofing,
yeah.
then you have a lot more to try to fix in mastering.
Hmm.
So,
Well, I'm
but
in a
yeah.
pretty big room here. I'm in my spare bedroom, and this is not real.
It
Those
looks
aren't
really
Yeah,
real.
no, no. That if you wanna see my closet, I'll take that down, but yeah, so I
Yeah.
don't have a space either. That's,
Yeah,
that's
it's and most people don't when they start, and then they have those first couple, like, wins, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna build a booth," and I ended up having to change all of my equipment in the middle of a production, and it was the worst experience ever
Oh, I'll
because
bet.
my laptop kinda cannibalized itself, and I was using a USB mic, and I had to change everything, and you could tell in the quality, like, all of
It
a
didn't
sudden,
mesh.
the quality got
Right.
really good. So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, you can start off with a mic that's not, $1,000,000 and have good sound. There's so many different products out there. I was actually recording directly to my phone with a Rode USB mic and then uploading the files to edit on the computer.
Oh,
And, the quality was great, but the process was so tedious. So, yeah, change
sure.
that up a little bit so that it's a little bit better.
Alright. Okay, talk about theater for a little bit,
Okay.
'cause I've only performed. I've never been backstage. You enjoy
Yeah.
doing you enjoy doing the
Mhm.
backstage stuff, and you do
Mhm.
everything. You've, besides well, no, ew, and you were an actor in what did I see you in? The show that,
Noise is off?
Noise is Off, because that shows
Yeah.
the backstage stuff is well, now,
Yeah,
obviously,
that
you
was
were
good.
acting in it, but you played I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just rambling.
I
So
played
you
a stage manager. My character
correct,
was a stage manager. Yeah.
yeah. Have you
Mhm.
actually stage managed?
I have. I
Okay.
have. And I have
And
been a stage manager, and I've been an assistant director.
is
Yeah.
directing next?
I don't know. It's sort of like I'm not, like, super interested in it. It's fun, like, what I
Right,
have gotten to do. I liked I liked the auditioning process because it's kind of fun to see, where people fit and what you think a person would be good at,
right.
and seeing them kind of, like, grow into the role, and or if yeah, the auditioning process was cool. That was fun. Um, and I ended up running lights and projections for that show too because we were shorthanded. But it was it was fun. Yeah, I don't know if I like, it would have to be, like, the right play, you know?
Right,
Like, I'm not interested really in musicals in any capacity. I
right.
enjoy them, but I'm not, that's not my thing. I'm not gonna choreograph some songs and dance, so,
Okay. So
yeah.
we're gonna stop and we're gonna take an ad break. We're not gonna stop. We're still recording. What I meant
An
is
ad break,
we're gonna take an
okay.
ad break. Okay. Go to the chat, and because we just
Okay.
talked about the theater, and you're gonna read the ad in your best
Gonna read okay.
ad voice. So yeah, it's bad writing.
Okay.
Oh, and it's just in
Oh,
your
but
best
you want
right.
this to be cheesy, right?
Because
Yeah.
see, we're doing an ad break here because a
Yeah.
lot of like popular podcasts, they have ad breaks. I don't have
Yeah,
any sponsors. I don't plan on getting sponsors, but I just still want to have an ad break.
you
So
might.
hopefully you
Yeah.
cannot ruin this for me. Okay.
Oh,
So,
okay. I feel like I need to put my headphones on.
oh, whatever you need to do.
Let me see.
Because all of this is going to be in the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Alright, hang on. Alright, let's see. I can still
Okay.
hear you. Let me see.
Can you just need to read. It doesn't matter if you can hear me.
I need to hear me. How's that?
Right. There you go. Perfect.
Uh, okay. You still there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, now you're in my headphones. Perfect. All right.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
All right. Need someone to help with community production. Our operators are standing by whether you need an actor, a stage manager, someone to run sound, or just somebody to prompt you.
Yeah.
Stacy will do it hotline. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
50 feet of
See,
a theater
the
should probably
problem with
act like
doing these
yeah.
ad breaks with actors is that
Yeah.
they wanna read the copy first, and I just wanted you to read it and laugh at
Oh,
the end.
okay. Well, I'll cold
No,
read it.
you
I didn't read that. All right, here we go. Ad break. I ruined everything.
You're
That's
This
what
is
I
gonna be
do.
the highest rated podcast I have or episode
Yes.
I have. It's
It
only the
better be.
second one, but
I'm
yeah.
coming for you, Martin. All right. Need someone to help with your community theater production? Feeling overwhelmed? Our operators are standing by. Whether you need an actor, a stage manager, someone to run sound, or just somebody to organize the prop table, there's only one call to make. The Why Are We Even Asking Stacy Will Do It hotline. Because if Stacy Stevenson is within 50 feet of a theater, she's probably already helping.
Not a real
Perfect.
ad. All right, see?
I approve this message.
I approve this message. Right. So that is terrible writing, and I apologize for
Oh,
that.
it's fantastic.
I do kind of I've fancied myself a writer this last year or so, but I really messed that one up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I like the why are we even asking Stacy will do it hotline. Yeah,
Yeah. It's because you do
it's
everything.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I
So I thought
do,
I'd bring
and
that up.
I have fun doing it.
Right.
I
And
love
that's
being a
or
part
else
of
why
any
do
part
it
of
at
the
all?
production.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And the
It's
people
been
at the
great.
Asheville Art Center are incredible. Every single person I
They
worked with was
are.
fantastic.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun there, and I recently went to Rabbit Run in Madison, and they were that was amazing. That was like such a fun experience. Everybody was awesome. It was like being on a team. It was a smaller cast, and we had 3 shows during that huge heat wave, right before
Right.
the 4th of July, Wednesday,
Right.
Thursday, Friday, and it's an outdoor theater,
Oh,
so there's no
goodness.
air conditioning or anything. It's in an old reconstructed barn. It's really cool. Um, but it was so unbearable, and we were in a lot of layers.
Right.
and and
Right.
and the
Because you're in
show
costume. Yeah.
was about tap dancing, so we tap danced a lot, and it was very, very uncomfortable.
That leads to the question, did you know how to tap dance beforehand?
No, no,
All
not
right, add it
really.
to the
Yeah.
resume.
The good thing is the play was about, like, a local class, and so we weren't supposed to be good.
Oh, so you weren't supposed to be
We
good anyway.
yeah,
Okay.
like, we learned all of the dances, but for the whole show, we had to do them poorly, and we only had to do it right once at the finale, so that was great. So we could just mess it up the whole time, and then the last time, the last scene, we had to do it right.
Okay. And you
So,
did it
yeah.
right. I'm sure you brought the house down.
I'm sure, sure. Waiting off stage was anybody who was not on stage was off stage with these, like, rags that were soaked in ice water waiting to help the
Oh,
person that came off stage. So, like, literally, we're, like, dabbing each other's faces with cold towels and, like,
right.
yeah, it was it was
So
something.
an outdoor theater, at least there weren't lights, I assume, right? It was just the whatever
Oh, no,
the
there were lights. Yeah, no,
net.
it was at night, so stage lights plus 90 degrees
Oh
plus
my
no air
goodness.
yeah. It
Wow.
was pretty awful. Yeah.
Did the audience enjoy it? Were they also in
Well,
their
they
ice?
all brought fans that, like, clipped to the seats. So we're looking in the audience and, like, anybody we could see in the front couple rows, we were like, "What if they would just turn those around so they would point at
That's crazy.
us?" But, yeah, we still had good audiences, so it was cool.
Sure, yeah. That's one thing I've never done is an outdoor theater, and I would or an outdoor stage, anything like that.
Mhm.
I would love to do that sort of thing. I've done small, like a 5-minute repeating thing, and at a downtown area, a
Right,
historical
like,
sort of
outside.
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it
Oh, yeah,
really
yeah.
wasn't like a play or anything. So, but
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah. And Ashtabula does that too. They have Straw Hat Theater every year, and it's from June to well, they threw another one in, and we'll have one in September also. It'll run all the way through the end of September, and it's sort of in a pseudo building tent outside, and that's been their tradition for decades,
Yeah.
Straw Hat in the summer. But it's a full play, and the interesting thing about Straw Hat is it's a almost theater in the round, so it's a three-sided stage. So the seating is on 3 sides of the stage, and there's 3 entrances that come through the audience to the stage for the
Oh.
cast to
Sure.
use. So there's like different options, and then from the wings and backstage, so you can get kind of creative with how it's used, and it's a kind of a big giant square with the seating all around it.
Right.
So it's different.
Yeah. I've been out here, south of Lima, north of Dayton for a year and
Mhm.
a half now, and every theater I've worked in is a thrust stage. Every one.
Yeah.
One in Lima, one in Troy, two in Dayton. All of them are thrust. It's really
Yep.
weird. Now I'm
Mhm.
whatever currently in a production at Dayton Playhouse, and that's more of a traditional
Stage, yeah.
proscenium. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's just I've never seen so many thrust stages
Yeah.
before. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
love working in a black box. I love a small, intimate crowd. So
Yeah.
that sort of thing, yeah,
Yeah.
is a lot of fun.
S Straw Hat is a lot of fun, and they've done everything from it's usually all musicals, there's usually one straight-ish show, in the summer, but they're typically all musicals, and they'll do one kid production, but they did, Mean Girls was their first show this summer. We're doing She Kills Monsters right now, which is not a musical, that's right, that's not a musical, but, it's about Dungeons& and Dragons, and
Right.
it's really cool. And the music is all from the '90s. It's very nostalgic. It's all '90s based grunge, and it's been a lot of fun to do the sound for because I feel like I'm just DJing a grunge party. Um, and then they're doing Wizard of Oz and Bonnie and Clyde. So we're doing Bonnie and Clyde in the fall.
Sure, sure. It's funny when before I left to move out here, the theater that would be local to wherever I lived was doing She Kills Monsters, and I had never even heard of the show before. And then when you look
Yeah, I
into
hadn't
it,
either.
oh, it's pretty popular. A lot of people do it. A lot of
Yeah,
theaters.
it's really cool. It's a great concept, and this is the Young Adventurers version, which is a little bit different than the regular version, but they built these huge dragons and like awesome, like huge puppet head dragons and stuff for the show, and yeah,
Okay,
it's been a
cool.
lot of fun. Yeah,
I
really
assumed
cool.
you helped with that as well.
I didn't this time. I was busy with the other show, so I didn't get
Ah,
to
right. Okay.
help with the puppet making, but I've been in the booth, so yeah.
Okay. Did you prefer being on stage or back behind it?
Uh,
I know my answer.
yeah, I mean, I
I love
yeah,
performing.
I prefer being on stage,
Okay.
definitely. But it's tough because the whole process is like I like building the set, I like taking the like, I love all of it, like, I'll
Yeah.
go in and help build the sets if I have if I have time. I helped build the set for, Arsenic and Old Lace for Young Frankenstein, and it's so cool because you build a house, like, in a
Yeah.
day, and I just think
Right.
that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and, I know when I can as well, even as just the performer, if they have a
Mhm.
Saturday or whatever where they're
Yeah.
set building, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna
Yeah.
help out. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's fun.
yeah, I don't have and I never have, even when I lived back where I live, I don't have, like, a home theater. I like
Yeah.
to, I like to hit different
Oh, yeah.
theaters
Yeah.
when I can. It opens up my
Options,
contacts,
yeah.
yeah, and options as well.
Yeah.
Different shows for different,
For sure.
yeah, because 'cause I'm the same way. Not that I
Do
won't do a
musical.
musical, but
Yeah.
I don't enjoy them.
Yeah.
I can
You
sing.
seem in your area, you seem to have a lot more options for non-musical theater productions. I feel like
Oh,
up
yeah.
our way, it's like all musicals or nothing, and it's really tough to find straight shows to do
But you know what?
in
For
Northeast
a
Ohio.
community theater, it makes sense because, they
Mhm.
need to put butts in seats,
It's sell
and
tickets. Mhm.
musicals do that, as do children's
Yeah.
shows as well, because kids have
Yeah.
parents and uncles and
Yeah,
grandparents and
yeah, everybody
yeah,
fills
everybo
the
yeah,
audience for sure.
yeah. So the
Yeah.
shows that I like to do just don't get done. The character-driven drama, they'll put it at the as like a season extra, and we'll only do 1
Yeah.
week or
Yep.
whatever. So and
Yep.
it's frustrating, but it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But that's also the reason why I started writing
Yep.
is because I thought I'm getting older. I can't go for the roles that I really want
Mhm.
because a lot of people aren't doing shows where the 50, 60-year-old guy is the lead. There are those shows out there. Don't get me wrong. And I'll find them.
Mhm.
But so I thought I'll just write stuff and I'll do my own stuff. And, and I've been writing, but I haven't been doing my own stuff.
Yeah, no, I get it. We've exchanged writing before, and I've been doing a lot of writing, um, and enjoying it,
Right.
and, I've been doing writing battles. If you ever see these, they're super fun. There's a website called Writing Battle, Go figure. And you
Yeah.
you can choose whether it's professionally judged or peer judged, and it's, like, anywhere from 100 words to I think I did one that was 200 you had a 250 word limit and, like, 2 days to write it, and they give you 3 prompts. Like, you get a character, a setting, and, like, an object,
Right.
and within a theme, and you have to write it in 2 days, and it can only be 250 words. I think I did one that was 1,500 words, and, they're just it's just fun because they give you the prompts and, um, yeah, so I've been doing those just to keep creatively writing.
To keep it right, right.
Yeah.
You told me about one that was like it wasn't 10 words, but it wasn't a
Oh
lot.
oh, yeah, I think it was the 250 word one.
It was, like, really small, and I was like, "Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds interesting." Like,
it's
to
tough
put a because
tough
when
to
I
write.
write, I'm a short form guy, short
Uh-huh.
film,
Yeah, yeah,
microfilm, that sort
yeah,
of thing. The play that I wrote is only 15 pages.
yeah,
So I like the short form stuff, trying to fit an entire
yeah.
person's emotions into, a short
I
amount of time
I
is
think the next one I'm doing is 100 words.
that's crazy.
100 words,
But
so
it can be done with
yeah,
creativity and
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
You just gotta
Oh, that
choose those 100 words real carefully. Yeah, but
are you seeing a lot of shows? Are you going
I
on this
haven't had a
kinda
ton of
same way?
time. Yeah, I mean, I always go volunteer,
Oh,
and
right.
support the shows that well, you get a free ticket, whatever.
Yeah, if you're not in it, you're volunteering anyway, yeah.
Yeah, they always need volunteers to usher and, sell 50/50 raffle tickets and stuff, so and a lot of like, the kids that were in, To Kill a Mockingbird, they were great, the 2
Yeah,
kids that were with us, and they've been in
free.
a bunch of shows, and so I try to always go support them, they really appreciate that, and so I've gone to the local ones, I'm gonna go see a couple, I think Kiss Me Kate, and again, I don't know anything about musicals, to be honest, but I'm gonna go see that 'cause, I have a friend that's in that, um, but, yeah, I haven't seen a lot. I haven't been to Playhouse Square in Cleveland this year, I usually get out there at least once a year, um, but, yeah, that's, like, on the bucket list for future seasons.
When you're in an audience, can you enjoy the show? Or are you like, "That's
Yes.
not the same prop?"
No, I
Mm.
absolutely can. I get lost. I definitely get lost in the show.
Okay.
I'm not like, I kinda hate when people do that, like, when people get riled up about stuff in
Right,
entertainment,
right,
like, "Oh,
right,
that's
yeah.
not canon to the story," or whatever. It's entertainment, I go to be entertained. I don't wanna critique it. I might say, "Oh, that was an interesting choice for casting," but, beyond that, I just go to be entertained, and I like if it's good if they've done their job, then I'm lost
Right,
in the story anyway, and I'm
right.
not real picky, it's for fun.
So in that form that I sent, you mentioned that, you said, "I'm weird, so weird things happen to me."
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
I'm gonna need an example.
I didn't put an example I did,
Well, you
didn't
did
I?
you
I
mentioned
put
Dan
an
Desi.
example. Yeah, do you remember? I mean,
You
this
know
was
what?
way
That was
back
so
in the
long
day.
ago.
It
That was
was
the
so long ago.
'90s, right?
It was the 2nd season of The Real World, and it was
Okay.
Real World Miami, and there was a guy this is the weirdest story, and it was even a couple years after I think that season came out that this happened, in Buffalo, New York, of all places. It wasn't even someplace luxurious like LA or Miami or Florida. It was Buffalo, New York,
Careful, I have
and,
friends in Buffalo.
well, it's a lovely city. Um, booming metropolis of Buffalo. So and on the show, Dan was portrayed as being this real not nice person.
Mm,
See, I didn't swear. Um, he was portrayed as being a real jerk, right? He was just like a diva and whatever. Um, but in real life, so I was at a hotel in Buffalo, New York. A friend of mine was going to a conference. We were sort of taking a road trip. I think it was my senior year in high school. And we got locked out of our hotel room because we were crashing. It's not like it was our hotel room. And so we
right,
were
right.
just like sitting in the hall of the hotel, like trying to decide where we were going to sleep. And this head pops out of the hotel room that we were sitting next to.
Yeah.
And it was this Dan Resney. And we were like, I think we know who that is. And he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" We're like, "Well, we're locked out of our hotel room." And he's like, "You guys can come in here." He just
Whoa.
invited us in. And he's like, "Look, it was a different time."
Yeah, it was.
We
Yeah.
were like, "Okay."
But you recognized him
Yeah, well, he was pretty distinct looking. I mean, he was
if
a
you watched the
model.
show.
Yeah, he was a model. You know, he was a good looking guy. He had like distinct hairdo, and I think you like we recognized him. So
Okay.
well, okay, so my best friend was gay. We were at a LGBTQ conference or something, and so like he was like honed in on the celebrity gays that were there, and
Sure.
so he recognized them. So Dan says, "Well, you guys can come in here," and we're like, "You sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So we crashed in his hotel room, and like there was three of us, and we just hung out and told ghost stories all night. Literally, like, we weren't, like, partying or, doing drugs or drinking or anything. We literally just laid around in his hotel room and told ghost stories
The most
all
wholesome
night.
thing you can do.
It was the most wholesome thing you could do. Like, a real letdown for, like, the story, but he was so nice. He
The real
was
world fans hate you now.
yeah,
Now
it
that
was like
you
and
let it out
I just thought
too.
it was I will, like, always remember that because on the show, they made him out the power of editing.
Yeah.
You can make anybody look like a jerk, I guess. They would go do those confessionals or whatever, and just however they edited it, he was so nice. He was so nice. So anybody that was a fan of Real World Miami, Dan was actually a really nice guy.
There you go. There you go. The truth comes out. That I
Yeah.
didn't. You told me that it was or Dan Brezzi or whatever, and I never watched those shows.
You
I
Googled
was
it.
the yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you Googled it.
Yeah, it was terrible. Okay, so if people wanted to reach out to you, what's the best way to do that? Would it be your
If
Instagram?
people what?
Wanted to reach out to you.
Instagram, yes. I have, an Instagram called @StoriesInSound, and that's where all my narrating news lands. Really bad about posting. Um,
Oh, they're
I
so
try.
funny. Your stuff is good. You are. It's
Oh, have
like
you
you put
seen the
thought into.
bloopers? I like posting bloopers,
Okay, good.
'cause
Yeah, those are
I do
funny.
I do have a lot of blooper reels.
But you're okay with my 3 fans? I'm not sure how many I have yet.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
reaching out. Yeah, nobody's gonna do that, but just
Highlight it, put it out
I'll put a
there.
link down there in the description.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
so
I have, like, a few followers, but that's it.
you're gonna have, a handful more or
Yeah,
not.
it's
I
gonna be
don't know.
great.
I follow you, so that's good enough.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be
Okay,
great.
so before we go, I've
Mhm.
got a quick fire round.
Oh, no.
Answer as fast or slow as you want.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Do you prefer having a script or do you prefer to improv?
Improv.
Oh, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Oh no, I like cats.
You know
Uh,
I have 5 cats. It was, like, the first thing I told you, I think.
I'm sitting there at the read through, not knowing anybody. Hey, how you doing? I have 5 cats.
5 cats, yeah. It was my way of making sure you didn't talk to me again, but it didn't work. It's
No,
fine.
well, that's your fault because you're too nice.
Yeah.
Summer or winter?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
In
not for me.
Ohio?
I know it's the extremes both ways.
Fall. I
Wow.
don't get to pick
Okay. Secret
fall.
third answer.
Yeah.
Dream role. Doesn't matter if it's on stage or if you're reading a book or whatnot. What's your dream? What's that role you have to have?
I've never been able to answer this because 'cause it's been on audition forms, and I feel like
Oh,
I don't know enough about like, my
about theater.
knowledge of plays and stuff are, like, not isn't broad enough, and I'm probably gonna end up saying something super cheesy like Joe in Little Women or something because as a book that I read, like, I always liked, that character or whatever. I like that story.
Joe is the
Um,
best character in that book.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm also getting to the age where
Right.
I don't get those roles. I don't I'm gonna be Clyde's mother in Bonnie and Clyde, so
Right.
yeah,
That's the roles I
yeah.
don't want. Yeah. All right. Side side story.
Side story.
Little Women. You remember the show Facts of Life?
Yeah.
One of the Tootie and whatever. And one of the characters' names
Mhm.
was Joe,
Yeah.
and they did an episode was about Little Women, and Joe played Joe, and I just thought that was the funniest thing in the world. Anyway,
That is very
um,
funny.
can you can you cry on cue?
No.
All right. And then
No.
finally, no, I can't either. It's funny.
I can't.
I did the Odd Couple, and there's a Felix Unger, and he had to cry at one part. Oh, I'm so sad. My life sucks. It was terrible. It was like I was laughing.
I would have to put, like, onions under my wig or something. Like, I don't cry a lot anyway,
Oh, you're too tough for
so
that.
yeah, I just don't I'm not a crier, so
Sure.
yeah.
All right. Last one.
Okay.
Time travel, or teleportation. I'm bringing out the hard hitting questions.
This is tough because
You're going to
hmm,
hate my answer.
teleportation.
Yeah, me too. You know why?
Yeah,
Because we're
I
already
hate
time traveling.
traveling. Yeah, because 'cause we're already time traveling. You
Yeah.
don't wanna create a paradox, so
Or you do, and then that book that you narrate would be amazing.
well, I am writing a book, so yeah.
Oh, you're writing a book?
Yeah.
Where did this come from? Oh my gosh, I would
I
have asked it earlier. Like a
forgot to
novel?
mention that. Yeah, yeah, I'm probably more than 3/4 done, and I've had some good feedback, and for Human Voices Day, if you saw Human Voices Day online, like, at the end of June to promote non-AI voice
Right.
talent, I had a bunch of narrators that I know narrate some clips, scenes from the book, and it was super fun because it was like I have some accents in there, and it was really cool. I can see why authors get so excited to hear their
Right.
work.
Those are your
Um,
words coming out of
yeah,
somebody else's
yeah,
mouth. Oh, that's
yeah.
incredible. That
It was
feels good.
really fun. It does, and they enjoy like, they thought it was worthwhile, so that was, like, the big thing for me. So I'm hoping to finish it this year. I've been working on it. I actually started writing it during To Kill a Mockingbird because I tend to sit backstage and write. Um, it it's like a real creative feed for me, like, when I'm
Sure.
doing something creative, I am more creative, so I had a lot of downtime in, To Kill a Mockingbird because I was just the town gossip.
Right.
So
I didn't have time because I was the lead. Anyway.
yes, yes, exactly. We all sat through your terribly boring courtroom
Oh my
speech.
gosh, I did. Oh, I nailed that
I
speech
fell
every
asleep.
single time.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
good.
fully admit that that was a long time to sit on stage and do nothing, but it
Hey,
was a
great.
wonderful you did a great job as
I was
as
gonna say that if you ever wanted to come back, come back. I don't think I'm gonna let you come back.
this book during To Kill a Mockingbird and would work on it during each show when I had downtime, and then, recently was able to put more effort into it, and, like, it's probably the only thing that's really solidified in my creative writing to, like, I think it's going to actually come to fruition, and I'm looking forward to, like, actually having it edited and get some beta readers and stuff, so,
Oh, that's
yeah.
fantastic. That's so
Yeah,
exciting.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
Oh, that's great. Stacey, I appreciate you coming out and doing this
Yeah.
for my 0 fans.
It's gonna get you all the followers.
I had 12
Yeah?
views on YouTube
Okay.
on the first episode, so we're aiming for more than 12.
I got you. I got your back. I will put
You
it
will.
on my Instagram. It's gonna be all over the UK.
Oh, oh my goodness.
That's
Okay,
where all my followers
good. Maybe Martin will get some fallback on that. Like,
Yeah,
good.
well,
Okay.
like I said, Martin, is gonna be number 2 real soon.
Well, and then I'm
Mhm.
I'm I'm working on getting number 3 going. I appreciate
Alright.
you doing this. Thank you very much.
Okay. Have fun.
Yay. Stacy, thank you so much for coming on. That was an absolute blast. She is so much fun and so talented. She legitimately can do it all. Backstage, on stage, she writes, she's a voiceover. It's just incredible. Listen, if you want to keep up with Stacy, you can check her out on Instagram at Stories and Sound. I'll put the link in the description. You can follow her for her voiceover content and maybe even updates on her novel. If you enjoyed this conversation, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, leave a review, share the show with someone who loves theater, film, music, the arts, all of it. Just uh, you can also follow Seen and Heard on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and whatever podcast app you use. All of those links are also in the description. So check those out. And hey, if you're a performer, a filmmaker, a musician, or a creative of any type with a story to tell, or you know someone who is, I'd love to hear from you. Reach out through social media, or you can email me at podcastseenandheard@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, keep creating, keep those stories alive.